Hi everyone, welcome to the video. We're going to show you how to set up SMS for the new ACT version 25. Let's get to it. Alright, so here we are. Let's just kind of show you how this works. There's a couple of different ways of accessing the SMS. One is the little button here. Typically, if you press this button right here, it's going to actually launch the text message so you can send it out. But we have to set it up first. So there's several ways to get to it. You can just go into account settings. That will bring up this window. And then you can click on Get Started. Now, there's another way to get started, and that's just click on the SMS drop-down at the top. We're going to click on Get Started, and there's several steps here. So we've got step one, we have to create activities. So in ACT, we have different types of activities: to-dos, meetings, calls, and then whatever user-defined activities that maybe you've set up. So in this, in order to track the outbound and inbound text messages, we want to be able to track that, and so we have to have an activity to do that. So let's create an activity type, and it's going to set up SMS, and we've got a sent, reply, alert, and error. So let's just click OK, and that's now all set up. So step one is done. Step two, now we have to put an email address in that we can actually use for the account that we're setting up. So let's go and put something in here right now. All right, and then we've got Canada. You'll have to choose the location. In this case, I've chosen Canada already. And then what we want to do is set up a free trial. So what you'll do is you'll have 14 days for the trial, or 25 credits. And each credit is about 160 characters. That's for each character. If you use an emoji, that takes up 2 characters. So kind of gives you an idea, whatever happens first, either the 14 days or the you've gone over the 25 credits, and then your free trial will end. And so click on the Start Free Trial, and it says the account has been created and we're ready to go till July 4th, big celebration day, and we've got 25 credits. So now we click OK. The next step you have to do is set up an account with Message Media, which is the transport mechanism to send out and receive the text messages. Let me show you how to do that. So over on the drop-down menu, or again up here, you can click on your account settings. And so you've got account set up your trial, but now you have to go and configure your account, and you need to be able to put in the API connections in order for it to communicate back and forth between that. And so let me show you how to set that up. So the first thing you're going to want to do is right here, it says you can manage your Message Media account here. So when you click on that, it's going to bring up a web page that's going to actually give you instructions on how to set up the account, where to get the API information. I'm going to walk you through this, but this is actually a good read. It gives you all the information you need. But first of all, what we need to do is set up an account. So we're going to go to the Message Media website and then set up ourselves an account. So what you're going to want to do is click on this one right here where it says select a messaging plan here. That will allow you to set up your account. So let's just click on that. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to put in your first name, last name, company, your mobile number that you're going to use, email address, and password. And so let's get that filled in. So I've set up my account. Let's press the Get Started and go from there. Now, if you've set up an account before, you can see here, which I did using my one of my cell phone numbers. You can see here you're going to get the user value already exists. So you have to make sure you're going to use, if you've done a trial on a specific cell phone, you may have to use a different number in order to do your trial. So I changed my cell phone number to a different one, pressed OK, and now we're into this section where you're going to put in your website or social media link. You're going to put what industry you're in. It's going to ask you what is your use case for sending messages and how many messages do you plan on sending. So let's fill that in. So I filled in the information best I could. Some of the stuff you may not have the proper, may not have like other for what industry you're in, but fill it in best you can and press next. And then you're going to have the last step is to verify your account. So you're going to want to go and check your email and get that verification code and click on verify. Actually, I said email, but it's actually going to send it to your cell phone and you'll get the text message there. So I verified my code, got my verification all done, and then it takes me to this site here. Now the next thing we want to do is get the API connection and put that into our system. So if we want to just scroll down a little bit, we don't necessarily need to pick a plan right now, but what we want to do is go down to API settings. We want to use the HMAC authentication. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new key here. And we're going to give it a label. We'll just call it Act SMS, create key. And so this is the information that we need to be able to put into Act. So what we're going to do is just copy this first API key and copy that. Control C, go back into Act, paste that in there, go back to our browser, copy the secret key, copy that. And we're going to go into here and put in the secret key. And then we're just going to press OK. And then we're going to click on Activate Account. Now it says that the SMS for Act account is successfully activated. Now you're all set up, ready to go. So what's going to happen is if you've got a kind of a basic database, you should be good to go. But if you've made any field changes to some of the phone fields and stuff like that, you may get an error message, which I'm going to show you here, because the phone field in here has been changed to main phone. And so if you go to text message, it tries to pull up the template that is a default setup. And so if you get this message, don't be concerned, press OK. It'll bring it up and you see it's trying to merge a phone field because it's using a template. So why don't we just do this? We're going to go in here and we're going to go into our account settings and we're going to click on templates. And so this is the default SMS template. So you'll want to either go edit that and change it from phone field to main phone or whatever you called it, and then kind of go from there. Or you can just take the template right out so it doesn't even have a default template in there. That's what I'm going to actually do. And then press OK. So now when I go click on here, I'm not going to get an error because I'm just going to use free form text to be able to send out just like we would with any other SMS messaging that we would maybe do on our phone. Now before I send out a text message, I just want to go back into our accounts for a second. So you've got some optional features here which you probably will want to do. Just like we created activities, we can actually add some fields in here where we enable the SMS sent and SMS received, so you can track it in history and actually see when was the last text message that was sent out or the one that was received. And just by clicking these buttons, they will actually create those fields. I'm not going to do it now. You can also do an opt-out field as well in there. We also have the templates. To access the templates, it'll take you directly to the template folder. You can create templates, create merge codes. And just to quickly to go into your templates, this is basically where you would set up the templates here and you can save them. And this is where you'd actually grab your merge fields if you want to set up templates. All right, and if you're going to do one-off emails, then you really don't need to use the template. If you're going to use like sending out a blast out to multiple people, that's when you're going to want to use a template and have those merge codes so it'll propagates the person's name properly into the system. So I better quickly show you how to set up a template just in case. So we're going to click on here. We're going to put in there hi, and then what we're going to do is insert a field. Oops, wrong one. I clicked too fast. And then what you're going to do is we're pulling from the contact field. We've got mine and activity, but I'm just going to actually pull from contact. And I want to actually use salutation. and put that in. So I go hi, puts in the salutation, comma, and then I'll put in a return. I would like to invite you to ... whatever that is. Put a return character in, and then what I can do is say my record, and I'm going to put in contact. So my contact information is going to go here. I could put my cell phone number in there if I wanted, my email if I wanted that as well. So let's just put in mobile. I think it's called mobile in here. Let's just check. Mobile phone. We're going to go insert there, and I'm just going to put a return character there. So you can see it's quite easy to set up. Once you're done, just press the save button. It'll ask you for a name. I'll just call this test 1, 2, 3. Press save. And now I can use that template anytime I wish. And basically I can do is set that up as a default if I wish. And now that would be the default. Or I can just have it blank and then just use the template when I want to send it out. So that's basically how you set that up. Now to send a message is really quite simple. Just click on the SMS button. You can see how it's pulled up that default template that I had. It's going to go to this email or this text message here. If I was going to do it to multiple people, this has got current contact. I could go current lookup, and that would do to whatever lookup. So if you're going to send out to multiple people, make sure you either set up a group and then look up that group, or look up the people that you want to send it to. And this will do like a mail merge or an email blast like you would send off through Act Marketing Automation. But in this case, it's going to be sending out a text message. So now I'm going to click on send. It's telling me that everything looks good. Press yes. And it looks like I ran out of credits, so it's not going to actually send it out. But believe you me, I think it's because I've set up a few accounts, and so now it's telling me I can't do that. So that's how you set up the SMS text messaging in the new version of Act 25. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to direct message me or reach out. We'll see if we can help you out. But it is pretty straightforward. Just need to take your time, go through the steps that I've just provided, and hopefully that will work for you. If you have any questions, again, reach out. Have a great day.